What up, fans? This is Alex Lexus, giving like a post-fight analysis on the team test last night. Now, those of you who were able to watch the stream last night saw some interesting matches. Just making sure that the concept of the team battle worked. So, unfortunately, Raw Gameplay only had Michael Hurdle and Nelson Rios, and considering that they had to fight um, nMo had so many people. We had like 6, 7 people, and we had to keep rotating and subbing people out and whatnot. And to Raw Gameplay's defense, they probably were suffering from fighter fatigue because they pretty much fought everybody and whatnot. And then nMo, if somebody got on a roll or had some momentum, and then they were subbed out, and then had to come back in, they had to regain that. So it didn't. I mean, it was cool. I mean, we had a lot of fun, and it served the purpose of doing the test and everything. But Wednesday, hopefully, Raw Gameplay will have all their team members in place, and then this way, momentum won't be broken, and then they won't be, over exhausted from fighting consistent battles over and over. I had even offered to donate some guys to their team so that this way although it was still a test, that this, they wouldn't be so burnt out and whatnot. So, but in any case, a couple things that analyzed. We have a lot of new nMo members who are fighting on the team, but one in particular that really shined, that surprised me, was Beatdown VA. Now he uses El Fuerte, and considering that Beatdown, Shinwar, in the nMo camp, we fight his El Fuerte on a regular basis. We kind of know how to deal with him. It's not easy, but you gotta have your A game on. So I know Nelson Rios had some issues in the beginning because it's frustrating. The hit and run stop, all that. You can't accurately create a strategy um, against it. Like, you have to just make sure that you're in a position where you can control the match. But when Beatdown fought Michael Hurdle, I know that was a frustrating fight for Hurdle. And in the last match, Beatdown and I teamed up, and Beatdown took them both out. But I think at that point, Nelson Rios was pretty tired, and neither here nor there. But the meat and potatoes of it, I finally got to fight Michael Hurdle overall gameplay. And a couple of things I noticed. We split even. I got one, he got the second one. And that first fight, once I figured out, um, the strategy, like, first things first. From the video when he fought Shinwar, where I put all the videos and the overlays and sound effects and all that, there's a vast improvement. And considering he has good situational awareness with the character, so make sure if any of you are fighting, don't give him the life lead. Like, damage him and make him come to you, because he will and zone again. One thing that I figured out in the first fight was he was making proper use of the Zanku fireballs in the air, and I said, all right. So after the first round, when I first fought him, it went back and forth. I was reviewing the replay saves this morning, and it's not an easy fight, but it is beatable, and especially with Chun-Li, you know. But I have to make sure I took some advice from Dizzy, a regular tournament player at the break. I have to switch to Ultra 1. As much as I'm uncomfortable with that Ultra, I can pretty much punish a missed air fireball, because she'll go through that first fireball, or the burning fireball if he so chooses to throw it. But I know that Ultra 2 is my move, my Ultra, because I can do all my setups with it. But for consistent success against his style of Akuma, because I fought plenty of Akumas, and whenever I did beat them, it was always with Ultra 1. So maybe I got lucky with the beating him with the Ultra 2 in the first fight. And then, you know, I should have switched to that in the second bout. Now, in the second bout, I believe the mix-ups caught me in round one, which was interesting because I was just looking at my life. I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. He did the demon flip, he did this and that, and I'm sitting there like it was basically like me fighting beatdown, where it's like, all right, I'm guessing where to block, but again, with that type of play, I gotta make sure I have the life lead early and let the fight come to me. Like he even caught Shinwar, and Shinwar is like, I demand a rematch and whatnot. I mean, it's a frustrating tactic to get through, but very beatable. I mean, it's not something where I'm going up against Taquito or something like that. But I give him credit because he knows what he's doing. So I believe on Wednesday night when the real fight goes down, we're all going for the jugular. There'll be some adjustments there. Now I didn't pull out T-Hawk as often, but we'll see. Blanca, he's not where I need him to be. I just don't use him as a main anymore. So we'll see. We had Demizzle in there. He did his thing. Anomaly, it was out of practice, but his Ken is still like a formidable force. And when he fought Nelson, he could have beat that fight with a couple of fights that they had. But Nelson is a great player, and once he saw that his Balrog was in trouble, he just adjusted from doing the dash punches because Anomaly was countering them with Shoryukens and EX Shoryukens and whatnot. So that's what Balrog's weakness is. So other than that, overall, we had Shane Takuma. Again, nMo was running deep, and RawGamePlay only had two guys. So, I mean, no one can really claim victory as far as I'm concerned with that. But I know this. RawGamePlay really put up a fight. They put up a real fight. They had plenty of wins and whatnot. And, it was successful. We had like 30 people that we could count on the stream. So we just want you guys to come check out the real deal. It's gonna be in part team battle, and then some endless going on, and I'll make sure that there's some adjustments made. But I would say this, Michael Hurdle, my hats off to you. That run hit and run tactic or zoning, it's a bitch to deal with, but I'll just tell you, it's beatable, especially if somebody has a different ultra. But that's all I got for you, Animal fans. Let me know what you think. Those of you who got to watch the stream, some of those fights we're gonna put on YouTube so that you can have an idea of what to expect and whatnot. There were times that people were going 100%, and you can tell, especially with that Akuma. But Shinwar is coming with the Balrog. I'm coming with Chun-Li and other characters. We got beat down with El Fuerte, and the list goes on. So nMo is running deep, and I didn't know that our fans were gonna come into the room and there was gonna be some heat because I didn't want them, insulting RawGamePlay or anything. But that's all I got for you, nMo fans. This is your boy Alex Lexus. Post-fight analysis. Question, comments, or concerns, please leave comments below. And see you next time. See you on Wednesday. Michael Hurdle, be ready.